Right, and welcome once again, All Takes Ballot, episode 5. As always, I go by Trill Trayy. Got Spence with me, our SP21.
You already
And
know what it
Vick.
is.
So, Vic, go ahead and let them know what's on the rundown for today.
All right. So to begin the show, we will start off with a recap of the Eagles versus Giants game, followed by the trade of Yannick Ngakoue. That's the correct pronunciation, just so y'all know. Going to the Baltimore Ravens. The Bucks signed AB, Trayy. Followed by we got the injury update with COVID. You know, you were still his fan, so I figured I'd rub it in a little bit.
Oh, okay, I get the connection. I get the connection.
Yeah, he's on the right side this time. So, but
wow,
will be the Pickems for Week 7. So, with that, we'll go ahead and start with the recap of Thursday Night Football: Eagles versus Giants. Trey?
Oh, what an amazing game. Action-packed from start to finish. You had, man, just so much I can't even put it into words how amazing of a game that was. No, but really though, I think this game actually did show me. I think I can stand on who I think is the best out of the NFC East, and I think to me it's the Eagles. I think I'm going to say that. Not saying they're good by any means, but out of what you have to work with in the NFC East, I think what Spence hit on last week, he was talking about, you know, their D-line or their front seven, and yeah, I think overall, I think in the long run, they're going to end up winning the East, whether it be at 6-10 or whatever it turns out being. But that right there.
Hey, Daniel Jones looked like the ordinary person.
There we go.
Movie.
Bro, how does he fall? Like he had it. He had it.
Hey, I think he tried to see how far he could dive into the end zone.
Oh yeah, he was trying to make history, huh?
Like in Madden.
Hey, but I seen a weird next gen stat that supposedly that was a quickest rate of speed by a quarterback all year or some crazy stuff like that.
Better than Lamar. That was crazy.
Yeah. So like I said, you know, sometimes stats can, you know, be a little.
Yeah.
Don't always go by stats because. We definitely know Lamar, Dustin boy. But no, what was the final? 21-22 or something like that?
21-22.
Yeah, like Spence, you were almost right. You said, can it be a tie? So I mean, they were a point away from it. But all in all, you know, division game, and like I said, when two bad teams kind of link up, you have like a close, tight game like that. So I mean, for what it was, I guess it wasn't the worst Thursday night football game I've seen. So it is what
No.
But who's next? Go ahead.
All right, Spence.
Well, as you see by my client behind me.
Get away.
All right, my client behind me. There we go. Man, I was close, right? I feel like this was the one that, well, we'll never know. But man, that game was as much as you can expect in this division. I'm just being honest. Man, that team went to a Super Bowl. Maybe some pieces did leave and all the other jazz. But remember, some people that's from that Super Bowl team are still there. And this was the Super Bowl winning team 2 years ago. And now they're like, what?
They're like 3 years ago now, but
yeah. 3 years ago now, but like, man. And I think now with this win, I think they lead in the least, right?
Yeah, they now lead the NFC least now. They are
they now lead they lead the least now. So now we have a team that's a possibility that can go to playoffs at 6-10-1. That's crazy. But it is what Carson Wentz has able to find a way to pull out a win somehow, some way. And man, this is the Eagles.
I think two of us picked the Eagles, and only one of you.
Yeah, I did. You're right. I did pick Mr. Jones himself right here, and I hope he could have went to win. Now, if he would have made this run, maybe could have got the win.
The game. Yeah,
maybe that could have got the win. I mean, still, you got to think about it. The Eagles had them trailing to like the third, and all of a sudden they just miraculously come back.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I'm not saying they're going to upset anything, but there's going to be some games that people don't think they're going to win, and they're going to win some. The Giants are going to win some games. They're not going to go completely just 1 in like 16 or something like that. I'll say about 2, because they got to face Washington again. And then,
I mean, any of those games in that division can go either way.
It's possible. It's really possible. It's really possible. It's really up for grabs. That whole division is up for grabs, from the top to the bottom. Is up for grabs in that division. So, go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish.
No, but I'm saying is that it's just that. It's possible. Sure, they lost this game, but I have a feeling the Giants is going to pull out another W, maybe down the road, but maybe not next week, because they got to face Tampa. Because I just run through their schedule. They got to face Tampa, so they're not winning that one. So, but maybe the one after.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I got to look at the schedule to see. But I thought it was a pretty interesting game, start to finish. Obviously, Daniel Jones started off a little hot. Both teams are struggling, but obviously Carson Wentz, he struggled for the most part of the game. I believe it was the first 12 drives. The offense wasn't producing so much, and then the last 2, he just came through and pulled it out. There was a stat that I pulled up with Daniel Jones that he leads the NFL since last year, which I'm pretty sure that was his rookie year. 8 touchdown passes, 30 yards deep in tight windows. He leads everybody in the NFL in that statistical category. I thought that was kind of crazy, but yeah, you can check that out.
Where's he at in turnovers though? Because I'm pretty sure that's pretty high too.
I would say he has to have that tight window, especially the training camp. That's how he got this job.
And in terms of like the Giants, I feel like all the Giants fans should be, even though it's heartbreaking that they lost, especially that throw and catch by Carson Wentz to Boston Scott to basically win the game, which was is insane.
I'm a Boston Scott fan, so
yeah. But the Giants, they held the Eagles 3. They were 3 for 7. The Eagles were 3 for 7 in the red zone. So in terms of the defense, they were able to hold their ground and keep the game alive for Daniel Jones to possibly win the game, which ultimately the game should have been won by the Giants if Evan Ingram caught that 3rd and 6 pass on the left sideline, which went basically right through his hands. But
I have him on fantasy, and that kind of hurt me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you do have them.
Yeah.
But all in all, as you said, Trey, I do agree with you. The Eagles have shown that, at least right now, and it's sad, but they're the best team in the NFC East, least, as they all say. But other than that, Carson Wentz, pulled through late, and Daniel Jones led the Giants in rushing, which despite the talent that they have.
It's scary when your quarterback is leading your team in rushing.
I mean, unless it's Lamar or somebody like that, but
no.
But then again, being a fan of the Dolphins, that last year Ryan Fitzpatrick led the Dolphins in rushing, so for a
Yeah,
whole
that's also true. That's also true. So I can't knock it.
Definitely running for his life over there.
I mean,
but
yeah.
you got to do what you got to do. Make the plays. But on to the next topic, which Baltimore Ravens traded for Yannick Ngakoue. I got to get that.
Learn how to say it.
I've been hearing people say Yannick Ngakoue, but it's Unique Ngakoue. He said it himself on the Ravens channel. So I had to confirm that.
Guess who didn't hear that?
It's okay.
Wasn't tuned into that one.
It's okay. I'm just letting you know right now. So I guess I'll save myself for last on this, and you go ahead. Let my boy Trey, since he's a Ravens fan as well.
Oh man, I can't wait for
with
next
fans.
Man, it's gonna be.
I'm clearly
next Saturday.
Hey, what Trump say? Fake news. That's all fake. You just got that. You just showing out.
All right. Yeah. When I seen that news, I was just like, "What are the Vikings doing?" First off, you guys just traded for him to begin with in the beginning of the year, and then, I don't know, are you guys trying to throw your season away, or are you gonna be trading more people? Because I don't think you're gonna be able to get in the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes. I think the Jets have that pretty much locked up. It's a little too late to try to tank. So I just don't understand that move. Get rid of probably your best piece on defense, just about. Besides probably Daniil Hunter. But I mean, it makes sense for Baltimore. Being unbiased, it definitely makes sense. Like you mentioned last week, you guys have been having issues setting the edge ever since I think since Suggs left.
Yep.
Y'all defense hasn't really scared anybody like that. Not what it used to be. Y'all good in the secondary, but yeah, that D line's not what it once was, and your guys' linebacking core. I mean, you guys drafted Queen, but it seems like you guys are trying to get back to your identity, and I think he's going to be a big piece in that. Pairing him back up with Calais Campbell, who obviously, when they were on the Jaguars, they were just in the AFC title game, not even, 4 years ago? So they're pretty dominant duo together. Hey. But needless to say, though, we still run the North. Yannick, Yannick, and Doug, whatever, doesn't make a difference. we still win the division. We're gonna beat y'all next week with his debut for the Ravens. It's gonna be a bad one. Go ahead, Spence.
Oh man! All right, the Jag boys are back.
Duval, Saxon.
It's crazy, right? Like Trey said, when it comes to the Ravens and getting this was a very big move for you guys, especially, the edges has not been it's there, but it's not been havoc like you guys had it a couple of years ago. But man, I think the Vikings are tanking because I don't understand why would they do this? Why would you do this? Especially this early this is this week and next week. It's the next. I know next week's the last for all trades and everything, right? That should be the trade deadline.
Yeah, November 3rd is the trade.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out
trades coming up.
Yeah, we should see. But I'm trying to figure out who else?
No, I said I think Pittsburgh. I think we need to go grab a linebacker to replace Bush. But
true. But what I'm saying is that I'm trying to figure out why, guys, why? I get it. If you're tanking, I get it, but why? Especially for draft picks that you guys are probably not going to get. I promise you guys are probably not getting the top 10. You're probably going to get most of 17, maybe. So why are we doing this now? I get it. You're having a couple bad games. I get it, but why are you training that? Because now your defense is now with only Hunter and who else? Online, it's just Hunter and somebody else, right?
I don't know who else is on their D line now that they got rid of
Yeah.
So it was their best. Yeah, because their best pass rusher.
Yeah. And
I know Daniel Hunter, he was having some injury issues as well. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Right. So I'm
But,
trying to figure out. So I'm trying to figure out what the Vikings going to do. It's going to be interesting to see like the next couple of days and the next weeks. It's going to be interesting to see because like
My just thing is why they're of all places.
why? Well, I mean, why not? Why not? Your boy's there.
I mean,
they need him. Your boy, you know somebody there. He's going to vouch for you. He's going to vouch for you. Of course, he's going to vouch for you. Yeah, go get him from the trade. Yeah, get my boy. We got this on lock. Of course. So why not? Why not?
You could have went to Seattle, anywhere. Why you want to go there?
well,
Because they
Ngakoue,
call. He made a call to his homeboy. His homeboy said, "I got you." Talked to Hasbro, and Hasbro said, "Yeah, I got you." And there we go. That's it. It's easy.
So,
but go ahead, Vic. I know you're excited about this.
Yeah, I definitely am. I've been itching to get into this topic. So Ngakoue, he basically, he's, for most that don't know, he's from the Maryland area, which is obviously that's where Baltimore is at.
I didn't know that. Thanks for the history.
Oh well, yeah, you're welcome. You want to go back home, be closer to his mom, and it was like a mutual agreement between the organizations for the Vikings and him. So they both decided, hey, let's part ways. Now the thing about it is, just to put it in perspective, the Jags basically right now, obviously I think the Vikings are 1-4 or 1-5.
Vikings.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars currently, where the Vikings stand, they have the 37th overall pick currently, where they stand in the second round, since the Vikings traded for a second round pick to get Ngakoue. But now with the Ravens, they basically traded for a third round pick, and they lost out on that second round pick, which the Ravens currently where they stand is at 92nd. So that's a big jump, 55 gap difference between the picks, which, like you said, Trey, doesn't make sense as to why they did it. They should have just kept him, but they probably realized that they weren't going to keep him after the season, especially how the team was performing. But I just want to put out a little stat.
Was he still on? He didn't sign a new contract, right? So he's
franchise tag.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so that
which if I remember correctly, it was $6 million for sure that he's going to get with the Vikings, but the other half, I'm pretty sure I don't know the whole logistics, like in terms of like the whole contract and how it's,
right. Who
that the whole contract talk is broken down, but I know the Ravens should be paying Ngakoue the other half. But
y'all will probably sign him long term though.
Yeah, I think we might, because there's I mean, just inside the organization, there's been obviously Matthew Judon, he's on the franchise tag with the Ravens, which I think is $16.5 million. So I don't believe the Ravens will keep him, and I'm pretty sure that they will sign Ngakoue to a long-term contract. And there's other pieces that they're thinking about parting ways, which it may be Orlando Brown, the right tackle, or it could be our left tackle. But right now,
I said make it easier for us to hit Lamar. Go ahead.
But right now, there's just a lot of question marks. I mean, obviously, you got Lamar Jackson in 2 years and Andrews as well.
Yeah, you got to break the bank on Lamar.
Y'all empty pockets on him.
But
y'all can always let him go. That works for me too. Get him out the north.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. He's gonna retire.
Listen. Before you continue, let me just say, look, unless Lamar figure it out, in order to get what he's trying to get the ultimate goal, he may have to leave. If he can't beat Mahomes, he can't go.
Nah, that's not Lamar's. That's not Lamar's mentality.
I get it, but sooner or later, I'm gonna stand by what I am and beat him and this team. Look, we have seen people that done it.
Think about that whole Peyton and Brady rivalry the whole time.
True, but
Brady won the good majority of those.
Yep, pretty much.
So in order for Lamar to get in destiny, I get it. I wanna do it as a Raven. If he can't do it as a Raven for a long time, he's going to figure something out.
Just pull out a quick little stat, which I believe is going to help out with the Ravens. Yeah.
Don't tell me you're gonna talk about it.
Has since he came into the NFL in 2016, he has a quarterback pressure rate percentage, which leads the NFL whenever his team has at minimum 7-point lead, 4.7%, 14.7% pressure percentage, and that's even better than Aaron Donald, Everson Griffin, Von Miller, just to name a few. So
it's a good pickup. I can't hate, but ultimately, again, the result is going to be the same.
Here we go.
But again, we will hold off for that until
next Saturday. Next Saturday, guys. Next Saturday. Oh man, this is gonna be toxic. I can tell.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be toxic. I can tell.
Bringing all the smoke. But on to the next topic. We have the latest news.
Oh boy.
Antonio Brown, AB,
here we go.
Coming to TB. What do y'all think? Go ahead and start off with Trey on this one.
I don't understand like why y'all. I mean,
I'm not doing this.
No, I'm saying he's been gone. What 2 years now. This will be the second year he's been gone.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to be a Raider. That didn't work out. He went to New England for a game. You see how that ended. I mean, but ultimately, if he can come to Tampa and have his head on straight, I think it's a great pickup for the Bucs. And it looks like they are all in on trying to win a Super Bowl this year. It's from the looks of it. And I mean, a lot of people were saying, why would they even sign him? They don't need him. They got receivers. But if you look at it, Godwin's been kind of hurt. He's been in and out of the lineup. Same thing with Mike Evans. Either he hasn't played or he's been playing hurt. So
ankle
it made sense because if you look at the Bucs roster outside of them, I mean, Scotty Miller, he looks like he has potential. I like him or whatever. What's the other dude? Watson. Not so much.
Justin Watson, but it's Tyler Johnson is the one.
Tyler Johnson. He showed some flashes too of potential, but none of them are on the level of what AB is, because when this man had his head on straight, when he had on that black and gold, he was like the best receiver, the most consistent receiver. Like Julio's always in that conversation, D-Hop's in that conversation, but pound for pound, the stats back it up. Like over the last 10 years or so, it wasn't nobody better in the league than Antonio Brown. And the Ravens, you know good and well what AB's capable of when his head's on straight. So if he comes to Tampa, doesn't do it, because he's gonna be on a short leash. He comes in there and makes any noise, any type of distraction, he's gone. And this will be I think this will be his last chance on any organization. So if he comes in there, I mean, for the most part, this suspension this year, he's been quiet. You haven't heard anything from Antonio Brown the whole suspension. So he's been quiet. It's a good pickup. I can't be mad at it. And in other news, when I did see that he was actually going to be available for reinstatement in my fantasy league, I went and scooped him up before everybody else. So why would I be mad? I got this man on my fantasy team. So I'm hoping that him and Brady just have this crazy connection.
You also got Tom Brady on your team too. Yeah. Makes it even worse.
Yeah, see Bucs fans, I mean, I'm with y'all a little bit, you know.
He's a Bucs fan.
No.
He's not an open Bucs fan. He doesn't want to admit that up in public.
Who would want to admit something like that? I don't know what's wrong with y'all. But anyways, go ahead, Spence.
All right. AB. Oh God! Please don't make any crazy puns like Tampa Brown or something like that. Please don't. That's gonna make me sick.
TB, AB, and TB.
Yeah, something corny. Anyways, any stat outline? Yes, this is a great pickup for wide receiver. Another deep threat for Tom Brady to throw. So I guess that's another ring on the another stone on the gauntlet. So hopefully that will help him and help the Bucs get to the Super Bowl destination dream that every Tampa Bay becoming a Cowboys about it. Jesus, that's crazy. But like you said, he's on a very, very short leash. I'm talking about he better not post nothing on social media. Where's your phone? Give me it. Nothing. I don't want nothing from you, bro. This is the last chance.
I mean, Aaron's said in the beginning of the year he didn't even want him to be, but I feel like Brady probably had something to do with
of course Brady has something to do with this.
Brady was driving for
Brady's like, look, I got this. I got this. Just let me.
It's on me. It's on me.
This is on me. If this mess up, this on me. So of course, this has Tom Brady written all over it. But hey, if they can be the first team to host the Super Bowl and be in the Super Bowl, they're gonna do everything possible. So my hat goes off.
So they host the Super Bowl in Tampa, and
right?
The Steelers. Oh, you will find a way to get tickets.
Hey,
you will find a way to get tickets.
Trey, it should be illegal what you just said. I think you need to get a drug test. Talking about the Steelers going to be in the Super Bowl. They don't even know that ain't gonna happen.
Oh gosh!
We'll be there before y'all. Y'all can't beat Mahomes, man.
All right, now.
Well, that's enough of me. Vic, go ahead, man.
Well, my thoughts. I mean, I was, me and Trey were in a group chat and we were chatting about this. And at first I was just like, it's not going to happen because BA said early on this year that, he knows that AB is a good worker. He's a hard worker. Nobody works harder than him on the field, but just in the locker room, he's a cancer. He's a problem. And he doesn't want that to disrupt the young players that he has on his team. And I think obviously with the Bucs being 4-2, and as well as seeing how the locker room is, and obviously, knowing, as Spence and Trey said, that AB's on a short leash. So any little hiccup, he's out. He's out the door. Now, the only thing is, I think Seattle will still give him another chance. But that's just...
Pete Carroll.
You know what? I thought for sure he was going there at first because obviously in the beginning of the year, BA said that there was no chance at all that he would take him. So I didn't even think about Tampa.
Yeah.
But I mean, it made sense because I feel like AB was going to follow Brady when Brady became a free agent. Because I don't think AB was going to be able to go back to New England if Brady stayed. They weren't doing it, especially after we talked about Robert Kraft, how he did. It wasn't going down. But when I seen Brady was a free agent, I'm like, it kind of works out because wherever Brady lands, he has that leverage to where if they don't have a receiver, he can just be like, well,
I got AB.
When AB gets reinstated, he's gonna come with me anyway.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Then he went in. He pulled in. He pulled in Gronk. So it's like somebody in our group chat with me and Vick were talking. They made the analogy of Brady being like similar to LeBron.
Stop it.
Recruiting.
I mean, if you look at it in a different sense, it's. Can you really blame him for that statement? Think about it. Gronk has been out. Many teams has called Gronk. Gronk said teams has called him to come out, and he said no. Brady comes here, calls him. Yeah, I'll come. Like, come on, man.
Well, I mean, I think that's just relationships and connections.
Yeah.
Because Gronk even said back when he was playing with the Patriots, it was the year before. Gronk had told I don't know if he told Bill Belichick or Robert Kraft, but he told them they were thinking about trading him to Detroit when the current Detroit coach went over there. And Gronk says, no, if you trade me over there, I'm retiring. I'm not going to play for anybody. I'm not going to play for any other quarterback except for Tom Brady. That's what he said. And obviously, AB feels the same way because if he wanted to play with Russell Wilson, which Russell Wilson has been advocating for him all off season, to that he's going to come to Seattle, that they've been pushing for AB all season long, and
all season long.
Tom Brady over Russell Wilson, it tells you a lot about how AB feels about Tom Brady versus Russell Wilson, which I also felt like AB also took it a little personal, maybe when Russell,
I was gonna say that comment. Yeah,
he'd be.
Which I don't think Russell meant any.
Yeah, he didn't mean anything bad
by saying it, but
the poor choice of words.
Him being AB's kind of sensitive.
Yeah,
he's sensitive.
So yeah, he said he would grow as he thinks he'd be able to grow as a man, and
that's not something you want to say.
Yeah, AB really liked that comment too much.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a good signing though, just overall, especially Mike Evans with the Chicago Bears game, which a lot of Bucks fans and just people that have watched the Bucks, they don't give the Bears enough cred just because they feel like, oh well, Chris Godwin wasn't out because he had a hamstring injury, and Mike Evans was visibly like injured, and he just wasn't himself all throughout that game. So I felt like offensively, a lot of people just felt like, if we get another receiver, especially like what happened last year when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin both went down, and I forgot the guy, Rashad Perriman, he stepped up and he just balled out for us. But just getting AB is definitely going to help out because Chris Godwin, he plays in the slot, but he also plays outside, but he's more effective, so more so in the slot. So having AB, you can have him more on the outside, but if you want to put him in the inside, you can too, because
AB can do it all. Trust me.
Yeah, he can do it all. So it's not it's not going to be a problem.
The only thing is if his head is all right. If
that's the only thing.
If his goal is I'm coming here, I'm playing with Tom Brady, I'm trying to win a championship. If that's the focus. I mean, I'm not just gonna say, the Bucks are going to Super Bowl now because of this move. Because at the end of the day, you still got to play the game. Like we talked about, why we don't think it's the same analogy of LeBron recruiting people or Brady recruiting people. It's not the same because in basketball, you get 2-3 all-star players. You pretty much are guaranteeing a finals trip. Just about. Doesn't necessarily all the time guarantee the championship, but you're pretty much going to go to the finals. AD and LeBron, 2 of the top 5 players in the league. You're going. They're finals bound. You knew that from the beginning. You knew
and
the destination.
I mean, even then, like with again with that whole comparison with LeBron and Tom Brady, like it's not the same. I mean, LeBron's been doing it since 2010, which he was 26 at the time. Tom Brady, this is probably his first time in his career where he's talking to players and trying to get them to come to Tampa, which
I also think he didn't have, I won't say as much. Yeah, I don't think that was a Brady move. I think that was just like Belichick winning. Belichick was the guy in New England who's like, he's known for what he give up, like a 7th round pick, 6th round pick to get Randy Moss. Like,
it was something cheap. So like you said, it wasn't like he told Randy Moss, hey, you're a free agent, come over here, like you're gonna win championships. No, that's not how it happened. So like LeBron, he's more so the one that's trying to negotiate and bring people in. Tom Brady, he's never been that way, but he's
LeBron is the GM, head coach, player, like. And I mean, some people talk about that in a bad way, but that is actually, I think that's a good thing. Like,
it's good, and it's a blessing and a curse because a lot of people talk about, well, LeBron's never had a coach. I don't think that's so much because of the organization. I think it's more so because of what LeBron wants. Like, if he wanted a good coach, I'm sure he probably could have gotten one already. But he wants, to have control, especially like calling plays.
Actually, hold on. I resent that statement actually because Eric Spoelstra is a great coach.
Oh yeah, at that time though, in the beginning,
people tried to say that it was just because he had Wade, Bosh, and Braun, and he's shown over the years that he is actually a good coach.
Yeah. Yeah. At that time though, when LeBron was with the Heat, Eric Spoelstra didn't really have too much cred. He wasn't really known.
Yeah, nobody knew.
he wasn't respected, but now he is. And yeah, it's I can understand why people would try to say, oh, Tom Brady's doing the same thing LeBron did, and why are they not hating on him? But they hate on LeBron. It's I can understand that, because he's at the latter part of his career that, yeah, I'm trying to get another championship before my time is up. So I
I don't
understand
even
that
think
part of
it's
it.
so much that, man. I think it's deeper than that. I think it's the whole.
It probably is.
It's the whole comparison of Brady's a system quarterback. He was only successful because of like who needed who type thing that everybody's throwing out there. So I feel like Brady's doing everything in his power, and the Bucks right now are looking better than New England.
Yeah, and
So it's like,
yeah, New England isn't looking that hot right now. But then again, I have other things to say about that, but we could talk about that at a later time. So go ahead and move on to the next topic. We will be talking about the injury update and also COVID updates as well. Trey, you have any news?
I mean, the biggest one really was the whole, Devin Bush underwent his surgery or whatever on ACL, gonna be done for the year. Um, big blow for us, obviously. Um, Deontay Johnson left the game with a back injury. He's been dealing with that for like the last couple weeks. He's been first he had concussions going on, and then now he's been dealing with a back injury. So last I seen, he didn't participate. I believe it was on Thursday. So I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to play Sunday versus Titans. I mean, Claypool and them boys, they've been stepping up regardless. So, I mean, pretty deep at receiver. More so that losing Devin Bush probably hurts a little more, but I think we should be able to manage. As far as COVID related stuff, I know there's something going on with, I believe it was the Lions.
The Bills.
Oh, the
Bills. Was the Bills.
Yeah, the Bills. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Bills. They're tight box. He just went on to the COVID reserve list, and they said 3 other players as well. However, they didn't disclose their names yet, but I guess they were in like close contact with him. So since he got it, they are also being put on precaution. But that's really it from what I've been seeing. Spence.
Well, I heard that most players from the Titans are coming back, like Corey Davis and all them are coming off of the COVID list. So I think that's happening. But other than that, other than, of course, the injury from Bush from the Steelers, and then the new COVID update with the Bills, other than that, I didn't really hear nothing, but it's just something that we knew it was coming. We just we knew that we will have that at least maybe once every 2 weeks, or at least once every 2 weeks. So it's just something that we just got to be prepared for with that. But other than that, also on lighter news, which is kind of not really injuries, but weird. So Vic, I heard a certain wide receiver was practicing with you guys.
Oh, that is true.
That's right.
That is true. Yeah.
He signed with the practice squad.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yes, that is true. That did happen this week too. I guess the AB signing kind of took over that one, but
so trust me, that had a lot of light because of how AB and how he's past interaction. But let's not knock it. Still Dez Bryant.
Yeah. Dez didn't catch it.
Oh man, that's
don't you put that voodoo on us.
No, but well, I don't understand the reason that you guys put him just on the practice squad. Do you guys not have a roster spot? Because a lot of them, y'all got some bums at receiver that he can take their spot right now.
Well, in his defense, I think they're just doing it as a precaution, just to get him like warmed up with precaution. Because if we remember 2 years ago, around this time period, he got injured while in training camp with the Saints. and was out for the season. So they're probably doing that just to see, all right, let's see if he can do this a little, keep up with this. And then if he's good to go, they're going to put him up because let's be honest, this is Des Bryant, bro. Y'all not benching Des Bryant.
You pretty much hit it on the head. That's exactly what they're thinking. They know he's been out of football for quite some time. And,
right.
It's only right to put him on the practice squad, get him acclimated to, game speed, somewhat to say, and see how he's feeling. And then from there, they can, decide if they want to activate him or not. But
maybe y'all save him for the playoffs because if you remember last year's playoff game with the Titans, that was a good game, by the way. You guys look great to me. Earl Thomas out there blocking for Derrick Henry, which won't happen with us Sunday. None of that. But the biggest issue for y'all that game though, it was like drops, like
big drops.
Receivers were dropping balls. It's like, granted, they were the same receivers that y'all had all year, so I can't say that y'all didn't. But it showed more so in the playoffs that okay, yeah, you can win some regular season games, but when it counts the most in the playoffs, you guys not having like a real number one receiver, because Hollywood Brown, he's gonna be a good receiver, but he's not a number one receiver.
Yeah, we definitely did have a lot of drops in that playoff game too.
What you guys, Willie Snead, like it was a bunch of
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews is clearly the best receiver.
Yeah.
And he's a tight end.
Tight end.
That's not good.
But I think that's the reason why they got Des to get, to open up. Because let's just be honest, as soon as defense learned how to lock up Mark Andrews,
there's not much else.
It's Lamar and Mr. Krabs mean with Lamar Jackson. Everything just go blurry.
Yeah, he Des Bryant. If he, from what the reports I've heard, and I was even watching a video with Brandon Marshall, and he was talking about how Des Bryant has been really working on his craft and his route running, especially trying to have a little bit more twitch in his step when he's making those cuts, because he was running them a little flat or rounded to say. So he's been working on that heavy, and I guess the Ravens must have seen something really good, because this is the second time earlier this offseason they had tried him out for a workout, and obviously they didn't sign him then. But besides that, just going back to the injury report, I've seen that for the Steelers and Titans game, cornerback Mike Hilton, I don't know if you mentioned this, but he's supposed to be out. So is the fullback Derek Watt. Titans players, didn't see anything that was significant to where it was a game changer besides the left tackle, Lawan Taylor.
All right, yeah, I heard you. Yeah.
Let's eat, boys.
I think he's out for the season, but I'm not 100% on that.
Wow.
I know the Packers have quite a bit of injuries. Aaron Jones late, I think Thursday, he tweaked his calf.
Man, the only thing that's injured is their spirit, from what the Bucs did to them.
That's the only thing injured.
But other than that, I know Lions versus Falcons. The Falcons, Desmond Trufant, he is out with a hamstring injury. Other than that, those were the biggest. Zach Martin for the Dallas Cowboys. I think he's the right or left guard, but he's out, concussion.
Right.
Other than that, yeah, there's not really much other news, unless if you have anything more, Spence.
No, just when Percy Harvey coming back.
Yeah, let's talk about that. He might come to Tampa again. Well, not Tampa, from what I last seen, but
Oh,
anyway,
but one more thing before we move on to the Pickems, though. Going back to the Dez Bryant thing. Now that I think about it, this is all around. This is a Ravens type move. Think about y'all picked up Anquan Bolden late in his career. Y'all took Steve Smith on late in his career. So this isn't out of the ordinary for the Ravens going and getting veteran wide receivers.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
And help rookies, teach them.
we need a receiver that can get those contested catches, which Des Bryant, that's what he's known for. So hopefully that's the case. So we can definitely put it on the Steelers.
Nah, that the difference though is
Here we go.
the difference is though. Look, listen, like
honestly, go ahead.
You ain't played football in a while. You can get back in the game speed, routes, crisp. It's different when you get that hat put on you. You ain't been playing in a while. You gonna realize like, dang, yeah, them boys hitting now. Like they hitting.
Yeah, we've seen that with quite a few players this year where they've been out the game for at least a year and getting back into the game. It took them probably at least 4 games. Like Gronk, for example,
Gronk definitely looked bad the first couple weeks. I was like, why did he come here?
But
he's
turned the corner. It's just some players are just going to take some time to get used to game time, getting used to being hit. I mean, it takes some time. But all in all, I'm wishing for the best. I know Trey is too. And now off to the best topic where this is why y'all came to watch
money.
Yep.
Money.
And look, it's my time to shine because Trey won the first week, Spence won the second.
And now Trey's gonna win again.
It's only right, man, So I'm gonna get this one right. But with that, I'm just gonna recap the games that are gonna be played. First, the 1:00 games. We have the 3-3 Panthers versus the 3-2 Saints. We have the 4-2 Bills versus the 0-6 Jets. The Browns versus the Bengals, which the Browns are 4-2. Bengals 1 win, 4 losses, and 1 tie. After that, we have America's team.
Sure.
Dallas Cowboys 2-4 versus the football team at 1-5.
That's good.
Lions versus the Falcons. Lions are 2-3. Falcons are 1-5. Packers versus the Texans. 4-1 Packers versus the 1-5 Houston Texans.
That is crazy to hear.
Steelers,
but amazing for me. Amazing for me.
The game of the week, Steelers versus the Titans. Both undefeated.
5-0, baby. It's a 5-star matchup because we're in it.
Only one is coming out on top. Then we got the Bucks versus Raiders, 2002 rematch Super Bowl.
There it is.
You already know. 4-2 Bucks versus the 3-2 Raiders, followed by the Chargers and Jags. Jags are 1-5. Chargers 1-4.
Chargers.
Somebody's gonna win. Chiefs versus Broncos.
You don't know that.
Chiefs versus Broncos. Chiefs are 5-1. The Broncos are 2-3. Then we got the 49ers, which are 3-3, versus the Patriots at 2-3. Followed by
I thought I'd hear that.
Followed by the Hawks, the Seahawks at 5-0. And the visiting, well, actually, they're going to Arizona to play Kyler Murray and the Cardinals at 4-2. Followed by the Monday night game, which is the Chicago Bears at 5-1 versus the Rams at 4-2. So, who would like to take the honors?
You want to go, Mr. King, who won last week? Go ahead.
Well, you know what? I will start this off. I'll make it short and crisp for you guys because I know you guys got a lot to talk about. Bills and Jets. I'm taking the Bills. Let's just
don't trust an Adam Gase offense. You say this every week.
I'm glad he's catching on. I'm glad you're catching on. Moving on now. So we're at Panthers and Saints. Man. Is it crazy enough to say that I believe in Teddy to pull this one out?
I think he wants to. They didn't believe in him long term. I mean,
I think this is a revenge game for him. I think he has enough for this, especially how close of winning of the Saints. I think their luck is about to be belly up. I'm going to pick the Panthers on this one. I'm picking the Panthers against the Saints. Still, Not going to be surprised if the Saints won, but I think Teddy's going to has a huge chip on his shoulder. So, moving on from that, Bengals and Browns. I think Baker's going to win. I think Baker should win this. He should win this. If he doesn't win this, Baker don't worry about a contract extension. You're done here. So, from now, I'm picking the Browns. Cowboys versus the Washington football team. A little side note. Do you know that GM says that the Washington football team name is going to probably last through next year because they still don't have a name for it? So we're going to get this name again. But in all respect, I'm picking the Cowboys because right now they're the punching bag of the NFC Least. So hopefully they can get a win. If the Washington get a win, that would be hilarious. But I'm picking Dallas. Falcons and Lions. Are they at Detroit? For the Lions?
They're in Atlanta.
Oh,
in the dome.
Yeah. In the 18th.
The Bears beat them at the dome. You know what? I'm picking Falcons. I'll pick Falcons. I'll pick Falcons on this one. Green Bay and Texans. I'm picking Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers has humble pie. He got it. All right, cool. Let's get back to business.
Yeah.
So you picking? You said you're picking the Texans?
No. That's gonna be his win. 49ers and Pats. Is it at Gillette? Is this at Gillette?
Yeah.
I think Cam can pull it. I think they can. I think he learns from mistakes, and he's really trying to make this going off. So I think the Pats can pull this one out. I think the Pats can win this one. KC versus Denver. I gotta go with KC. I know what I said about Denver. I gotta go KC. It's Mahomes. He ain't gonna let upsets happen too much on his belt. Tampa Bay versus the Raiders. Not a green grinder, so I'm picking the Bucks. Steelers and Titans.
Grinder.
Huh?
No, I said a Gruden grinder.
Yeah, a green grinder. I'm not gonna be on this one. This is gonna be on Tampa. This is gonna be a Tampa win. Let me save that one for last. Seahawks and Cards. Russell still gonna pull a W. Now I know Hopkins gonna have a game. If Kyle can hit him correctly, he's gonna have a game of a lifetime. But I'm still believing in Russ. Bears and Rams. Nick Foles. If he can watch out for Aaron, he'll be fine. But Golf also have to watch out for Khalil. So I'm gonna say Bears. I'm gonna say Bears for that one. And last but not least, the Steelers and Titans. Hi. All right, both of y'all are undefeated.
Trey, like you better not.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm going Tennessee on this one. I'm going Tennessee on this one. Not against you guys, but I'm just gonna pick Tennessee. I know TJ's gonna do it, but I'm picking Tennessee. Tennessee.
Hey, Spence, real quick. You said that you wanted you got Carolina or the Saints winning?
I got Carolina.
Okay.
And those are my picks, gentlemen.
All right. So good. Go ahead, Trey.
Week one's winner.
Hi guys. Back again. I know I let you guys down last week, but
hopefully he doesn't have you looking like this.
No, never like that. But like I said, this is the money line right here. So listen up to this. All right. So the Bills versus the Jets. I'm definitely taking the Bills.
I'm gonna say it's a lie to me.
Yeah. Panthers versus Saints. I agree. I feel like Teddy, this is his first shot at the Saints, I believe, this season, since he left. Yeah. So and I mean he's been playing some pretty good football. I mean, and I feel like you said, he has a chip on his shoulder, he has something to prove. They didn't believe in him long term, obviously. They decided to stick with Breeze. I like the Panthers in this one. The Saints have been winning games, but like you said, they've been winning, like barely winning games. Like so,
Barely.
I can see the Panthers taking this one as well. Browns and Bengals. The Browns bounce back, but they're still the Bengals. That's more their speed. So yeah, they beat the Bengals. Cowboys and Washington. Dallas should win this one. I'm taking Dallas, but like you said,
They
when
should win it.
when it comes to the NFC least,
It's free
you
game.
can never be too sure.
It's free ball game. It's free ball game.
The Packers versus the Texans. And I say this every week because I love Deshaun Watson, but it's just unfortunate what is going on in Houston this season. It's bad. It's horrible. Obviously, Packers got humbled by the Bucs, and I feel like, yeah, like you said, they got their humble pie. They're going to come out ready to go and to prove something. They're going to beat Texans. And by the way, a little side note with that though, that Texans pick is looking great for the Dolphins fence.
Oh no, it looks amazing.
Definitely
it looks amazing.
Looks good.
It looks amazing.
Jags versus Chargers. I believe you said they have the same record, right? 1-4 and 1-5 or
1-5 Jags and 1-4. So yeah.
Yeah. Besides, I guess a bye week in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, their records are pretty much the same, but they're like, if you've been watching these teams, the Chargers are they're definitely better than 1-4 or 1-5. But I guess you are what you are, at the end of the day. So they haven't found ways. Good teams find ways to win close games, which they haven't done that as of yet. But I feel like they're way better than what the Jags are at this juncture. So I'm taking the Chargers.
Chargers.
Herbeezy. We got the 49ers versus the Pats.
I know. This one's the hard one. This is one of the hard ones.
I'm a Cam fan, man. He's gonna figure it out. Give me the Patriots. He's gonna bounce back.
Okay. All
right. Chiefs and Denver, as I always keeps reiterating, Denver was my sleeper pick before all of the injuries took effect. But you can't go against my homeboy. He ain't gonna lose too many games, and I don't think this is one he's losing. They're gonna keep it somewhat tight. Like, he's not gonna, go out there and throw all over these boys or anything by any means. Because Denver, one thing they do is they play defense.
Yeah, they do.
They play defense. If they don't do anything else, they do play defense.
Yeah.
But I like the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bucks in the Raiders. I am
this
also
is
not a Gruden grinder.
okay.
And I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of respect, Tampa fans. You guys showed me a little something, made me eat my humble pie last week. We'll talk in a couple weeks. I believe it's November 29th, though. That's the game y'all really got to show me something when Mahomes comes to town. But that's a different story. We'll talk soon. Trust me. I'll be in touch. But I'm taking the Bucks this week. Bucks over Raiders. It should be a good game, though. Like, I don't see it. I honestly won't be surprised if the Raiders did pull it out, though, because the Raiders, like, when they were winning games in the beginning of the season, I'm like, really? Like, this isn't sustainable. They're not going to, keep doing this. Then they beat the Chiefs, and then it's like, okay, maybe these guys are for real. So I feel like it'll be a good game, but I'm taking Tampa. Seahawks versus the Cardinals. So, be it Russell Wilson fan, fantasy quarterback, all that. But I am taking the Cardinals in this game. The one issue, even though they're undefeated, that has been all year with the Seahawks is their defense is a little suspect. And I think with Kyler Murray's ability kind of mirrored to Russell in a sense, like, I feel like, but I like the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals to pull this one out. And is that Arizona? Yeah, give me the Cards. Monday Night Football, the Bears and the Rams. The Rams let me down last week. but I'm taking the Bears, even if they didn't let me down last week. Even if the Rams didn't let me down last week. The Bears are a team that a lot of people haven't had in their top 10. Every rankings I've been seeing all around anywhere. For whatever reason, nobody's giving the Bears like any kind of respect. But I mean, they have been winning games. They've been playing good football. I think they're being underrated by a lot of people right now. And the Bears win this one. And what happened?
I think I may have missed it, but did you ever make a prediction for the Lions versus the Falcons?
Yeah, I was waiting for that one too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I did skip that one.
I'm gonna let you get away with that one.
You gotta make that hard. You gotta make that hard pick like everybody else. Go ahead.
I feel like I picked against them last week, and I'm gonna take the Falcons. If they play to their capabilities, they should win this game.
Yeah, they should.
I'm taking Atlanta.
All right.
I mean, do I need to say it? The Steelers versus.
Forgot about that.
I mean,
5-0 versus 5-0. Now
I want to hear this.
The thing with this one is, so it's like the things that we're good at, they counter it. So obviously, I believe they're the number one rushing offense, or just about, if they're not one. And we're the number 2 rushing defense. I believe they are top 5 in passing, and we are in the top 3 in pass defense. So it's like at every juncture you look at it, it's like counters to each side. Tannehill and Ben, their numbers are somewhat seemingly identical. I think the one thing that is going to make a difference is the Titans are not that good against the run on defense, and Connor has had 100 yards the last 3 games. So I feel like if we come out and we're able to run the ball effectively, that might just be the difference in the game. Derrick Henry, yes, he just ran for 200 plus yards. He's a beast. He's a monster. Yes, but nobody runs on us. I believe the stat was that in the past 3 seasons, I think we've only had 2 or 3 100-yard rushers in 3 years. And I don't believe we have any this year. We haven't given up any 100-yard rushers thus far this year. Sorry, Mr. Henry. It's going to be a long day at the office for you. Granted, he's going to get his. I mean, you can't, no arm tackles, none of that Josh Norman stuff. You don't want to end up like Conti in Tampa when we played them a couple years ago. You gotta wrap this man up, grab them legs, no arm tackles. But yes, the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers. 5-star matchup because we're in it. Go ahead, Spink or Vick.
It's Vick.
All right, well, go ahead and get your paper out, grab a pen, write these down.
Go to sleep. Take a nap.
It's the golden ticket right here. All right.
I don't know if you can say that when you're 0-2, sir.
Hey, it's the comeback right here, man. So
what?
Yeah, I've been giving y'all some freebies. All right. So first one I got, 1:00 game, Panthers versus Saints.
Go ahead.
I'm going with the Carolina Panthers.
All right.
This was tough, but what helped me to come to the conclusion that I feel a lot more confident with this pick is both Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders are out for this game.
Wow, that's right.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We missed that on the injury report because that was a big one.
Yeah,
that was the huge one.
I got to give y'all the update on that, but yeah, I was keeping myself because
no slant boy.
Yeah. So I think the Saints are going to struggle. Now, the only thing is the Panthers have struggled against the run, so that may be something that the Saints may try to take advantage of. But All in all, I think this is the perfect game for the Carolina Panthers to take advantage and get a W in New Orleans, and they will have fans there, so it will make some impact, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. But on to the next one, the Bills versus Jets. I think it's obvious going with the Bills.
You don't like the upset?
What? You're not gonna trust that Adam Gase offense?
No.
Nah.
Not today.
All right. Go ahead.
Not even the rest of the season, but after that, we got the Browns versus the Bengals. I do feel like the Browns are somewhat exploding right now. Like, I think there's a lot of controversy, especially with Odell and Baker, which I alluded to about last video. Just kind of saying that I just, from what I saw, I didn't really see too much of a franchise quarterback in Baker, and Odell. I just think he needs to be traded and gone somewhere else. But I think the Browns are going to win this one. Cowboys versus the football team. I am going to be the lone wolf on this. Going with the football team. Yes. Now,
let me hear this.
My reasoning to why I'm choosing the football team is, well, for one, obviously this was the first game that Andy Dalton started as a quarterback for the Cowboys, and I wasn't impressed. You know, the Arizona Cardinals, they don't have the best defense, but you know, compared to the numbers that the Cowboys have been putting up against other teams, even though it's been in garbage time, you've seen that with Dak that they are able to, you know, get the game close and potentially win the games. But with Andy Dalton, it didn't really seem like that. And again, the Cardinals, they're not the best defense in the NFL to hold them to what was it, 3 points? No, it's the Bucs. But anyways,
moving on.
So you know, I just think, you know, the football team, they're playing disciplined football, at least on the defensive side. Offensively, it's going to be the biggest thing for them to prevail. And
who's their quarterback at this point?
Kyle Allen was the last time I heard.
Yeah, Allen's still there.
Okay.
And that's
it was supposed to be Alex Smith, but Allen came back because of the injury he had like the other game previously. Yeah. So he's back. So it's Kyle Allen.
Yeah, they've had like 3 quarterbacks so far this year. So
and they benched Hopkins. So I'm like, whatever, bro. Hoskins. So
Dwayne Haskins. Yeah. So yep, you know, I'm going with the football team on this. I know I chose it one time and they let me down, but I just, from what I've seen defensively and offensively, you know, I just don't believe the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are exploding, like as a unit. They're blaming their coaches. Coaches are blaming the players. It's a whole mess over there. So at the end of it, I just felt like the football team's going to win. Lions versus Falcons. Got my boy, even though he got a bad rap in his first tenure when he was the head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But Raheem Morris, I feel like he's bringing a whole new energy to the Falcons. And I'm just not too sure about the Lions just yet. They did pull out a win against the Cardinals, so that was first game of the season. But, you know, again, I don't know. I'm just not really too sure about the Matt Patricia Lions team just yet. But they have some talent. They're trying to build something in the right direction. But ultimately, they got a healthy Julio. And it shows when Matt Ryan has Julio Jones, they're a different football team, especially offensively. And how they did the Vikings last week. Again, the Vikings, they're not too much to bang the drum on because they're not the best. Well, they're not even a good football team in itself, but nobody expected the Falcons to beat the Vikings. Then you got the Packers versus the Texans. This hurts me to say this. I'm a fan of both quarterbacks. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love Deshaun Watson. I really want Deshaun Watson to get this W, but I know the Packers got that bad man, and they do have some injuries. Darnell Savage is out for the game. Their left tackle, Bakhtiari, or however you pronounce the name. He's
Yeah.
out for the game. And the latest injury report with Aaron Jones, he's not out, but he's going to be a game time decision. So even with that being said, Texans, they haven't been playing so good, but I know since Bill O'Brien's been fired that they've been playing better ball than they did before. So I'm going with the Packers on this one. Bucks versus Raiders, get this out the way. I'm going with the Bucks. It's going to be a close game. Well, actually, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a close game. I think the Bucks are gonna win by a touchdown.
I can see that.
Okay.
I think the Raiders, they have shown that they struggle against teams that are able to run the ball and pass the ball. So defensively, I know they have the Jonathan Abrams. He's out for the game, so that's going to be somebody that they're going to miss. Um, Other than that, yeah, I'm going with the Bucks. Tom Brady, Buccaneers win, and then they get prepped up for. Well, we'll talk about that in another segment. So then the next game, we got the Jags versus the Chargers. Chargers winning this one. They've been playing against some pretty good teams. Same thing with Deshaun Watson. Just had some bad matchups, and they probably could beat most other teams, especially the NFC least. But yes, so going with the Chargers on that one. Chiefs versus Broncos. I have the Chiefs. Le'Veon Bell, I think he's going to get more PT than most people think. There's been reports that he's been in the huddle and just in the playbook, and in terms of like how fluid he is with the play calls and all that stuff, that there has been teammates that have said that he's looked like he's been there for at least a year. So for him to be given that good of a impression on his teammates and his coaches, that's saying a lot. So I think they're definitely going to utilize him a lot more than people think. So just be aware of that. And again, the Broncos, like as Trey alluded earlier, they're a good defense. If they had Von Miller, I think it would be I probably might give the Broncos more of a shot, but I'm not saying that they don't have a shot right now. So it's going to be probably Chiefs win by 10 minimum. So going with that, 49ers versus the Patriots. I have as well the Patriots winning. My reason for that is obviously they got Cam Newton, X factor. Defensively, they, Bill Belichick, he's going to do his thing. Cam Newton, when his first game came back, obviously he hadn't been able to practice with the team. That's been widely reported. So,
Yeah.
For you to go without much practice time with your teammates, as Bill Belichick alluded, in terms of that the loss to the Denver Broncos last week, it's kind of hard to kind of get back into the groove, just going straight into the game, playing with your teammates. So I got the Patriots winning that one. Hawks versus the Cards. I am right with you, Trey. I'm going with the Cards. Defensively, the Hawks, Jamal Adams, he is out again. So if he was in, I'd probably reconsider that. But, the Hawks, they haven't been playing so well defensively. But Kyler Murray in that offense, I know he struggled a little bit. I believe it was 9 for 25 passing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
There's been some timing issues. Like,
yeah,
he has the arm. It's just he's a little too much.
Like I said, if he gets the accuracy matched up with his arm strength, I'm telling you, it's the Cardinals is going to be a problem.
Yeah. So
it'll come with time.
Yeah, it'll be time. It'll time.
Russell Wilson, he's gonna have. I think it's gonna be at least I would say my prediction would probably be 31, 38.
Now, to also indicate, remember, Arizona don't have Chandler. Still don't have Chandler Jones yet. So Russ got time now.
Yeah. But you also have
that boy Buda Baker, he be all over the field. So yeah, they don't have Chandler Jones, but that doesn't necessarily mean Russell's just gonna have all day to sit in the pocket. But then again, I think Russell is better when he's working his magic and he's extending plays anyway. So
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna make a difference. But I
it's gonna.
don't know.
It's
Something
gonna be
about it,
closer.
something's telling me the Cardinals. Same thing. Something telling me to take the Cardinals.
And I wouldn't be mad.
I agree.
And I wouldn't be mad.
I also what's it called? You mentioned Buda Baker, Trey, and I know you had said last week about TJ Watt being considered, defensive MVP, defensive player of the year. So Buda Baker has definitely been in that conversation. Probably not as high as TJ Watt, but him and Isaiah Simmons are definitely, has changed that defense up quite a bit. And the Cardinals also acquired a former Cardinal that they had at one point, which is a pass rusher, Marcus Golden. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he's a solid pass rusher. So maybe he should be able to help out with some of the pass rush abilities. But I'm not going to say that they're going to be getting to Russ pretty big. It's not going to be like that kind of game. So obviously with my prediction 31-38. So again, I got the Cards winning that game. Monday Night Football game. You got the Bears versus the Rams. I too believe in the Bears. I think they have the formula. Same thing I thought about, which I was obviously wrong about. I'll admit that. But the Browns, I thought they had the formula, but they obviously didn't. The Browns showed us who they really are, but the Bears,
they are who we thought they were.
Bears, they run by their defense. Now it's going to be an interesting matchup. Jalen Ramsey versus Allen Robinson. So that's going to be big.
Both former teammates. Yeah.
Jacksonville. And that's going to be a big one. But ultimately, it's going to come down to whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. I know they're going to be moving Aaron Donald all around to try to get Nick Foles off his spot. But ultimately, I think the Bears will win that one. And now, game of the week.
Here we go.
We got the Steelers.
Here we go.
5-0 versus the Tennessee Titans.
Here we go.
5-0. The battle of the undefeated. It's that time of the day. So obviously, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right to it. All right. So I don't know if Trey mentioned it, but I know we said this at some point early in the video. The Steelers lost Devin Bush, which shout out to him. Wish you a speedy recovery. Hate to, see that a player would get hurt. Obviously, you would want the game to be where both teams are at their best. But next man up mentality. The Steelers, Titans. I know the Titans have I'm pretty sure they have a top 10 ranked defense, right? I have to look at the stats on that, but I know they've been playing fairly well, especially what they did against the Bills, which, their offense, definitely they shocked us. Ryan Tannehill definitely showed us that, so far this year, he's been probably arguably a top 5 quarterback. I just feel personally King Henry is going to be a little too much. Even though they lost Lawan Taylor, it might be a little too much for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But also, the ultimate game changer is not who's going to be playing on the field, but who's going to be on the sideline coaching those Titans. Obviously, we talked about this last segment with the head coach. Just had a brain fart.
You talking about Mike Vrabel?
You talking Mike Vrabel?
Mike Vrabel. He showed us that, and I'm not going to say anything about Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin, he's a great coach. Came from, he was a coach, a DB coach at Tampa. So, helped us win a Super Bowl. So got a lot of respect for what he's done for the Pittsburgh organization, especially as a head coach. Definitely been rooting for him. It's probably one of the only reasons why I rooted for the Steelers at one point, but that was against the Seattle Seahawks. I think that back in 2005 or 6.
5.
But yeah, so, but yeah, other than that, I mean, I just feel like this will be because the Browns they definitely showed us that they are the Browns. So like, yeah, that's it. But the Titans, they've definitely shown that they are legit. That last year was not a fluke, and that they are ready. They're ready to make a push this year, possibly to get to the Super Bowl. But they're not my Super Bowl pick. I'm just saying they are legit. They got Clowney. That defense is ramped up, is definitely going to be ready, but it's going to come down to whoever makes the least amount of mistakes. I'm not convinced on the Pittsburgh Steelers run game. I know the past games, a whole different story because they have weapons. Deontay Johnson, I don't know if I mentioned that, but he will be playing this Sunday. So that's just a quick injury update. He practiced Friday. So other than that, again, I think Derrick Henry is going to go over 100, and he will score 2 touchdowns to win the game.
So did you make a prediction yet? Who you picked
Oh,
the Titans, or you picked the Titans, right?
Yeah, the Titans. The Titans is my
Okay.
pick. So yeah, the Titans will win this game. I will say 21-17.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
So
it's your take, man. It is
Yeah,
your,
it's my
that's
take.
that's your take.
Yeah.
It's wrong, but it's your take.
okay, so basically down the line, other than maybe 2 games, other than the Steelers and Titan games, only one game is pretty much different from everybody's, and that's the Dallas and Washington game, pretty much.
Well, no, and then the Seattle game.
Oh yeah, Seattle. Yeah,
Yeah, you
Cardinals,
took Seattle. We took the Cardinals. So yeah, there's a few games in there that kind of switch up.
Yeah.
So,
So
we'll see.
basically, y'all know once the Steelers beat the Titans, y'all know y'all Pickems are pretty much dead at that point. Just throw it away.
That's just one game, sir.
I'm saying that at that point, that's pretty much gonna break that up.
What if Seattle won?
Yeah.
It breaks y'all up.
Yeah.
Well, Vick would be down 2 at that point, so Vick would definitely be out.
Well, he double out, but
I mean, it's down to me and you anyway, so I don't even know.
it's really me and you, bro.
Yeah. He hasn't won yet.
We'll call him Jet Vick. Anyways.
Y'all gonna learn this week. It's Jet Vick. I ain't going Willis like them. You crazy. You better put some respect on my name.
Right. You go 0-3.
We got anything else we gotta talk about? Anything else I can think of?
All of football, man. The NBA season starting December 22nd with 72 games. So what do y'all think about that?
I mean, I'm always down to watch sports.
I mean, is it gonna be? Are these gonna be regular games?
No, these are regular.
Regular
regular. Yeah, regular. Regular, no bubble.
Okay, I mean, I'm for it. It's short in season.
Regular, no bubble.
I mean, honestly, bro, like that's a lot of basketball games to watch. Like, you know, I watch them here and there. Like, even you know, I'm a Heat fan. I try to watch as many of the games as I can, but like it's a lot of meaningless basketball that goes on in a season. Like, well, usually after All-Star break and stuff, that's when I like start really watching and seeing who's gonna do what. But yeah, so short in season, I'm for it.
I'm excited to see Kevin Durant, Kyrie play, as well as Golden State Warriors.
I hate that that people just are assuming just because he's coming back that they're just gonna win the East. Just hand them the East.
The Nets?
Yeah, like y'all didn't see what we did last year.
I mean, you gotta think about it. Steve Nash, now Amari Stoudemire joined the coaching staff, bro. It's the Brooklyn Suns, bro.
What's that got to do? What's it got to do with the Heat?
Not a goddamn thing, because we're still gonna win again. But anyways.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
I mean,
the Brooklyn Suns.
Also, you what's it called? What was it? The Greek Freak? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about him?
Isn't he going to be a free agent? Possibly.
Next year?
Well,
to be on.
Well, he's still under contract this year.
Right.
They're gonna offer him the max or whatever, but
Supermax.
yeah, the super max. But I mean, if he declines it, then there's a chance that they're gonna be trying to shop him because versus just letting him walk for free after the year. But the intriguing thing that I actually recently found out is, and a lot of people don't know. Well, I mean, people might know it's public information, but Bam Adebayo and Giannis actually have the same agent.
That I do not know.
Yes. So what they're saying is because Bam's going to be up this year too in Miami, they're saying Bam might forego re-signing this year to save up money, and then potentially we have enough money to sign them both the following season.
I'll see that. I want to know.
If the boys want to come click up in Miami, I'm for it.
I'm all for it. Also, I don't know now, but as of like 3 days ago, the Warriors are really trying to shop for Bradley Beal.
That's a great player right there.
That's somebody that probably needs to get a change of scenery. If it ain't the Warriors, it needs to be somewhere. He needs to change the scenery.
Yeah, he needs to get out of DC.
He has to.
Coming.
I mean, if we're just talking about rumors and things of that sort, I mean, the Lakers are actively supposedly
trying to get Rose.
Interesting.
Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Yeah. Like it's been a few names that they're interested in upgrading some of those pieces. So
some of them pieces.
They're definitely looking for a point guard. So
yeah. What's crazy though is I seen a stat too. As much stuff as again people talk about LeBron though, he's given the most, players like their first championship. Like, if you're a veteran player and you haven't like look at let's take Dwight Howard for example. Like his resume pretty much was Hall of Fame worthy without a ring, but that ring just pretty much cemented it. So that is one thing you can't knock LeBron for. Is like he just got Rondo another ring. Like now Shaq did put out a tweet. I don't know if you guys seen this or not. He put out a tweet and he was pretty much telling like some of the Lakers players who didn't do anything like to shut up. Like the Deion Waiters and people like that who were like just making like you didn't contribute to the I don't even think you got in the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? J.R. Smith, like people like that. He said, make one post and then shut up. Like you had no bearing on them winning this championship.
Yeah.
But I think that
right.
Unless you guys have anything.
No, that's pretty much for me.
Excited for football this weekend.
Yeah.
See what Le'Veon Bell does.
You know what my boy's finna do. Well, y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Y'all sleeping, but y'all gonna find out. You gonna learn today.
That's probably gonna be the one game I'm probably gonna have to watch very closely because boy, if it can go out of control, I might lose a friend. So make sure I'll call you.
That's the game of the week.
I got it. I know. We gotta make sure you're all right, man.
Yeah, that 1 o'clock game, I'm definitely gonna be watching the Steelers versus Titans. But that 4 o'clock game, I'm going back and forth between the Bucks and the Raiders and the Chiefs and the Broncos, but more so just because to see what Le'Veon Bell does. But definitely watching the Bucks versus the Raiders.
But all right, now as always, you don't have to agree. You can disagree, but at the end of the day, all takes are valid. All right, boys.